Hello friends. So today we are going to have a better understanding for warehousing and its key functions.
For latest updates, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon.
What is warehousing key function? Part 1.
Hello friends. So today we are going to have a better understanding for warehousing and its key functions. So what is warehousing and its key functions? So for that we have to first understand what is warehouse. Warehouse is a place, a commercial building of storage of goods and material where goods and materials are kept either for distribution, reworking, for shipping, packaging, etc. What is the warehousing? Storage of goods and material in a commercial building, which is warehouse, for a certain period of time. This process is being considered as warehousing. Warehouses are used by manufacturers, importers, exporters, wholesalers, transport business owners, customs, etc. So now further on an elaborative way, we will have an introduction to warehousing and its importance. Warehousing has become a core competency, a strategic weapon that many companies are using to enhance their competitive position. At the same time, the warehouse is undergoing unbelievable challenges that make warehouse excellence is harder to achieve. The planning, managing and improving of today's warehouse operation requires a much more professional approach to warehousing than previously adopted. Warehousing refers to the activity involving storage of goods on a large scale in a systematic and orderly manner and making them available conveniently when needed. In other words, warehousing means holding or preserving goods in huge quantities from the time of their purchase or production till their actual use of sale. Warehousing is one of the important auxiliaries to trade. It creates time utility to bringing the time gap between production and consumption of goods. So now you would be having a question why warehousing is required. So to give an clarity on that topic, there are 7 reasons why the warehousing would be required, and there are many more others as well. So first reason is to smoothen and regulate supply and demand. Second, the continuous production. Third, to avoid stockout and plant shutdown situations. Fourth, the seasonal or perishable products required specific storage. Fifth, the smooth operation and quality and timely delivery or reach to customers. Sixth, the competitiveness and to avoid price fluctuations. 7. Safety and security of goods of material. So considering all this requirement in mind, let us have one example of warehousing activity and why it is so essential. So let's take the example of a sugar factory. It needs sugarcane as a raw material for production of sugars. You know that sugarcane is produced during a particular period of the year, since sugar production takes place throughout the year. There is a need to supply sugarcane continuously. But how is it possible? Here, storage of a sugarcane in sufficient quantity is required. Again, after production of sugar, it requires some time for the storage of the final product as well. So, the storage arises both for raw material as well as finished product. So, this is how the storage in a warehousing, the finished product delivery requirement is required. So further, to have a better understanding, let us identify how different types of warehouses are available. There are 5 types of warehouses. 1. Public warehouse. 2. Private warehouse. 3rd. Government warehouse. 4th. Bonded warehouse. 5. Cooperative warehouse. And another, the distribution warehouse. So now in detail, let us have the better clarity for each the type of warehouse and how they are different from one another. So first we will understand about public warehouse. The warehouses which are run to store goods in general public are known as public warehouses. Anyone can store his goods in these warehouses on payment of rent. An individual, a partnership firm or a company may own these warehouses. To start such warehouses, a license from the government is required. The government also regulates the functions and operation of these warehouses. Mostly these warehouses are used by manufacturers, wholesalers, exporters, importers, government agencies and so on. Further, we'll talk about private warehouse. The warehouses which are owned and managed by the manufacturer or traders to store exclusively their own stock of goods are known as private warehouses. Generally, these warehouses are constructed by the farmers near their fields, by wholesalers and retailers near their business centers, and by manufacturers near their factories. The design and the facilities provided therein are according to the nature of products to be stored. So further, we'll understand about government warehouse. The warehouses are owned, managed and controlled by central or state governments or public corporations or local authorities. Both government and private enterprises may use these warehouses to store their goods. Central Warehousing Corporation of India, which is frequently known as CWC, State Warehousing Corporation and Food Corporation of India are examples of agencies maintaining government warehouses. The bonded warehouses. These warehouses are owned, managed and controlled by government as well as private agencies. Private bonded warehouses have to obtain license from the government. Bonded warehouses are used to store imported goods for which import duty is yet to be paid. In case of imported goods, the importers are not allowed to take away the goods from the ports till such duty is paid. These warehouses are generally owned by dock authorities and found near the ports. For the same bonded warehouses usage, one has to have obtained the custom, the shipping bill formalities and everything, because such warehouses should be used only for the either export intent or import cargo only. It is basically not, available for day-to-day or normal cargo storage like in, public warehouses it is. Now let us understand about cooperative warehouse. These warehouses are owned, managed and controlled by cooperative societies. They provide warehousing facilities at the most economical rates to the members of their society. Distribution warehouse. These warehouses are owned, managed and controlled by exporters or manufacturers to be used for temporarily storing goods until they are sold and transported to stores or customers at multiple locations. So basically the retail supply chain is the best example for such warehouses where the multiple type of finished goods are stored in one place, and as the retail outlets are having the requirement, the distribution warehouse and distribution center will be making sure to make those deliveries available at the retail stores.
Thank you for watching this video. The further details about warehousing key function are continued in the next video. What is warehousing key function? Part 2. Do watch the same.
For detailed learning of all logistics subjects, visit www.logiveda.com.